It's Sunday night, the 8th day of March, day 68 of my journey to alignment. I've got a confession to make. I got to tell on myself. If you didn't already notice it, last night I said it was Saturday night, the 6th of March. Well, of course it wasn't. That was not right. It was the 7th day of March and not the 6th. I decided to leave that video up on as a journal entry because it just goes to show you we're all flawed and make mistakes. I certainly do. But we can acknowledge them, right? We can pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and get on with it and not focus on our mistakes, but focus on that which we want to go forward with and our successes. So I'm going to keep on and just leave it as it is. Here's my power statement that I wrote up for this morning. I will sharpen my saw today and do more reading in my Laws of the Success book that I have. Boy, did I read a great chapter today. Let me just read a little bit to you about that. I'm going to find it on page 30, I think it is. Yeah, it's called The Law of the Boomerang. How would you like to possess great personal power? How would you like to be trusted and respected and loved? How would you like to have people always treat you exactly the way you would like to be treated? I sure would. Isn't that great? It says this principle has possibilities of both good and bad. It's called the Golden Rule. Someone has referred to it as the law of the boomerang, meaning that whatever we throw out, we receive in return. This powerful instrument involving human emotion has also been called the law of retaliation. It involves the ancient philosophy of an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth, except the offense is always returned with compound interest. In its application to the individual, we would like to have someone punch us on the nose. We don't need to talk to them about it or try to bribe into it. All we need to do is just give him a good, healthy sock on his nose, and we'll be socked right back in return. We can depend on it. If we want someone to invite us to his house for dinner, we just need to invite them to our house for dinner first, and then he will see to it that we'll get a better dinner at his home than he got at ours. This law represents one of the most powerful combinations of words in the English language. We are like human magnets. Our deeds, our attitudes, and even our thoughts attract in kind. The law of attraction and the law of manifestation. Speaking what you want. Thoughts are powerful. Let me say that again. We are like human magnets. Our deeds, our attitudes, even our thoughts attract in kind. Like beget likes. When we know in advance how people will react, great power is placed in our hands if we have the courage to use it. When we thoroughly understand these laws of action and reaction, then we can stimulate any desired response in other people. If we want smiles, we must give smiles. If we want people to like us, all we have to do is to like them. If we speak ill of someone behind his back, it retaliates in kind, only magnified. The power of the boomerang. Such a great chapter. Let me show you my to-do list today right here. Had some yellows. Finish, that's not the one. Let's see. Oh, doesn't matter. On that list, it had relax time. It had go to Avalon Care Center and then come home and prepare for our guest tonight. It was a great night. It was a great day. I was able to sharpen my saw, and boy, did that feel good, just relaxing and have that sleep time, and then have the evening of talking with our two guests for an hour. We learned so much about each other. It was fantastic. Let's go ahead and answer your Croy's questions. Get honest with yourself. What didn't go well today, Marty? What could you have done better today? Did you wake up early and start strong? I sure did. Did you start your morning with power? Every morning I'm doing it. Even my Saturdays and my Sundays, 6:15, 6:30, and I'm waking up, cold water on my face, making the bed, doing my exercise, my mindfulness time, all of it. It just sets the day and locks it in to have power. It's great. Were you productive throughout your day? Today's productivity was not about my coaching goals that I had. It was about my intellectual and my social goals. And boy, it was productive. Had a great reading and had a wonderful evening with guests. So yes, I did do the important things. Did you move your goals forward? Absolutely. Did you show up as the person you wanted? I did. And did you have great personal time with your wife, Kathleen? We loved the entire day. Croy summarizes the didn't go well question as well as the did you questions I just went through by getting honest with yourself by asking this, excuse me, what was the one thing out of all the things you did today, Marty, that you know you could improve on going forward? In other words, I added this part. Did you fail at anything today that you can turn into a tool of success and add to your success toolbox? Well, every stage of the day was great. After all my meetings at Avalon, I came home for lunch and Kathy and I ate together alone. My brother Don usually comes in ups and has a meal with us on Sunday, but he wasn't feeling well today, so it was just Kathy and I, and we enjoyed that quiet time together. We both had a short nap after eating, and Kathleen got up a little earlier than I did, and she practiced her harp, and I slept a little longer. But then we had about an hour and a half before our guest came at 6:30, and we had, like I said, a fun time together. I think this particular goal is going to become my favorite goal because it's so enjoyable meeting new people and learning about them. It's going to be happening all year long, and I love it. The next question is, what was my biggest success today? Well, my biggest success today was having our guests over tonight for sure, and how enjoyable it was. They're great people, and we all found each other quite likable, and I think that's a big success. The next question is, what movies did you watch in your mind today, Marty? Did you make time for them? Of course, I pre-played everything. And so after my Why and my Vision movies, I imagined how our night with our guests went. And I imagined of sitting and chatting, enjoying our banana cream pie that I got for us and having great comment. And it went even better than I imagined. So yes, movies are great, but it's even better when they in real life. Next is, what's the one thing you did that made you feel successful today, Marty? Well, the one thing I did that made me feel really successful was that I planned out my day today so that I would be able to get the most important things done that I wanted to get done today, of relaxation and reading, improving my intellectual stimuli, and actually just sharpening the saw so I could be ready for this next week. It's going to be a very busy week, so it was a great day. Corey now asked you to rate your day, and so I gave myself a 9. I gave it a 9 as far as efforts go today because it went exactly as planned, even with all the different activities. But it was great, and I expected to go that way. It was great, but we can always do better, and so that's why I left it as a 9. I didn't put it as a 10 because I know I can improve upon every day. The next question is, if this was the only thing you get done tomorrow, but you'd still feel like a success, what would that one thing be? And then put it into a power statement. And so here's what I wrote out. I will build out 2 more slides for lesson 1 so that I only have 1 more slide to get done. I'll do that on Tuesday. I'm only setting the goal to do 2 more slides tomorrow because I want to be sure that I leave enough time and leave that last slide so I can get it just perfect, because it's transitioning from the next to last slide into the next lesson, is when I want to make sure I do it right. So I'm going to have that time and not be stressed about it. So that's why I said it, and I'm excited for that goal. Okay, let's end the day strong. Here's what I'm grateful for today. I'm grateful for my artistic talent. I've had a lot of art since I was a little boy, and I've done a little art. I even had a one-man show when I was a senior in high school at 17 throughout the city. In fact, as a senior, I did a fun drawing of the Madonna, and they used it on the Daily Statesman newspaper for Boise, Idaho, and it was on the front page of the newspaper come Christmas morning, so that was fun. But this one-day art show was really kind of fun, and I've enjoyed art throughout my whole life, and it's just led up to this fact that it's so creative and artistic in mindset and has really helped me prepare my ideas for my website. So I'm really, really grateful for this artistic talent that I have and I've worked on all my life. Next, I'm grateful for music and all of my musical instruments that I've been able to learn to play, such as my guitar and my harmonica and a little bit of piano. Everyone in our family grew up loving to sing as a family, and each one of us kind of learned to play an instrument. Kathleen plays the violin and the harp. All 4 of my boys played the guitar. My daughters sing and play the piano. So it's just been a musical family, and so I am very grateful for music and the instruments that allow us to make music. So it's great. Well, there you go. I enjoyed another day of living the dream. It's time for bed, and so until tomorrow night when I'll be back here sitting right at this computer at this same place at this same time. But until then, I wish you continued success. Good night.